And so most people don't know about Austin is like a lot of the VCs or venture capital funds are actually in this area. So I have a business that I've been starting for, I've been working on it for about 1.5 years now, that will get artists like pre-release intelligence. So essentially it's called Taste ID. And how do I put this? We're aggregating listener data to create an algorithm for taste, which is like super hard to do. But if we can succeed in doing this, then essentially like you'll be able to run a song that no one's ever heard before through the same pipeline. And it'll tell you exactly like the demographics, like age 25 to 45, 25 to 35, they listen at this time of day, da-da-da-da. And like we're selling that to distribution companies like Symphonic and a few other, like that's the goal, right? So anyways, like I leave the gig at Shakespeare's, I do the friend thing, and then I end up at the office. I'm like, it's fucking 4 a.m. What am I going to do, sleep? And then so I end up like coding all night with Claude Code, which I think is an actual issue because like I'm sitting there playing chess while it's just fucking magically working all night, you know?
Yeah.
So
I mean, you're actually coding. You're not just using AI necessarily.
I'm just using AI.
Oh, you are.
It's crazy what you can accomplish.
Yeah.
Like I built an entire first party like machine learning pipeline that can take a song like the actual audio and understand the contextual significance of every part of it.
Yeah.
Can tell you the instrumentation, and then what makes us different than anybody else is like quantifiably tell you what makes that song that song. Like not just like, oh, it's rock, it's hip hop, but like all of the subgenres that add up together to make that song a song.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. Like that's the big, long, audacious project, anything else. And then in between, I think, so you don't go crazy, like, because we have something that we call a graveyard dock, and every time we're working on something, like, it never fails. Somebody will reach over and be like, well, that could either be a song or that could either be a project. And Steve Jobs said it best when he's like, real prioritization isn't saying no, but it's saying no to the things that you really want to do. Because, like, saying no to shit you don't want to do requires zero discipline.
Right.
But if you're like, yo, do you want to make, like, a telepathic device that can talk to dolphins? And you're like, who fucking doesn't? But, like, that.
Yeah, so they can tell you, I want to fuck.
So, but in reality, like, the tech stuff's super boring. And that's what we aim to do and make it, like, it's something that runs in the background. But you learn something through every project, whether it's music or whether it's technology. Like, so everything that I've worked on in the past 10 years, like, I'll give you the basic rundown. Like 10 years ago, or when I was 18, I saved up all my money, built a skateboard ramp, you know. Mm-hmm. But then after that, I saved up all my money.
Like a half pipe?
Like a half pipe.
Like a straight, like a real half pipe?
8 foot wide, 24 foot long, or maybe it was 32 foot long, 4.5 foot high.
Like a legit.
That's my shit.
Like scary to drop into shit.
Oh, like fun to drop into.
Wow. If you were a newbie, scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was awesome, man. And we had kids over to the house, and it doesn't even matter, but all that to say, I saved up my money, and then I wanted to go to a studio because I'd written my first song, and then that whole experience was the most, like, it's the first time hearing your voice, and it's the first time on a microphone like this, and you're just uncomfortable with the whole process, and then there's this, like, weird, I guess, time-bound dynamic on top of it, so you feel like you're in a scarcity mindset. And it's not like a great place to create. And then coming out of that experience, I was like, I don't know what that was, but I'm going to dedicate the rest of my life to figuring out end to end, because I heard a story about Jackie Chan. He wasn't just an actor. He was also a stuntman. He also learned the lighting and every aspect of it. So coming from that, and growing up in Louisiana, I didn't know much about the industry, but I was like, I'm going to learn end to end how to be an artist, how to write the songs, how to record the songs, how audio work, how lighting work, how camera works. Every aspect of this, from the digital advertising on, and I'm going to base my decisions around 10 years from now being able to do every single aspect of this job.
Yeah. I mean, that's
because I grew up poor, like poor as shit, because I couldn't afford to hire anybody. So I was like, the only way it's going to happen is if I figure it out.
I think, and also, it can't hurt to have those tools. Like, so let's say later down the line, and you're starting to get enough of a traction that, hey, maybe I can bring people in to help and do things so I don't have to do everything.
Yep.
It's still good to have that knowledge, because if somebody's doing something for you and you're like, yo, this color grading is fucking shit, what are you doing? Like, 100%. you know exactly what's happening with it, so that even if you're not directly, doing it, if you're being, if somebody's doing something for you and if it's not coming out how you would, to your standard, you're like, this is why this isn't, change this, and you can actually,
efficiency and time. And I think that more than anything else, like, the ability to communicate what you want to another sentient human being and have them understand that in the least amount of time possible is the actual skill that we kind of need to hone, whether that's executing a command, like not a prompt like an AI, but like just knowing what you like and saying, typically I like my mic a little bit hotter, but the level down. Or some people like it the inverse. It's a different feel on the microphone, and that feel changes how people sing and all that sort of jazz. Or on the complete opposite side of that spectrum, like in a song, or comedian, like economy of words. How do I articulate this point to create a picture in people's minds that what I see in my head creates an image in theirs? Or like, how do I get this point across to another person? And I think that's the name of the game for everything, from sales to marketing to songwriting.
And songwriting in terms of like lyrically versus like writing a joke, let's say, it's the same. It's like cut the fat.
Yeah.
If you've got fluff, get it out. And I think the same applies with a great song lyrically. It's always simplistic.
Yeah.
You can say something, but you're not the verbiage is going to be confined to get the point across to say the thing in the most effective way without over.
Also order of information, so like I was working on a like in the round sort of thing today. Like it's not a parody, but there's this guy who wrote this song called Bangladesh. It's like, you never take me to Bangladesh. You never cook me sausage on an open flame. You know me with whatever it is.
Okay.
And
never heard it.
Okay, dude, you gotta check it out. This dude's hilarious. The line in the song that caught me off guard was, you've never poisoned the mojitos of my enemies. I was like, what did she just say? Dude, that's wild.
Bro.
That's a crazy line.
Yeah. No,
but it's like a meme song. And
right.
Now he's on like the listening room floor with actual songwriters to his right and his left. And he sings the original version, and then they're singing their version of it. And another girl's like, you never pop lock and drop it. You've never made me hot pockets. Like, so they're like adding their own flair to it. And it's fun because it's created this environment where like there's creativity in terms of like songwriting, where songwriting's now, how do I write a hit? Like we're going into a room, like we have this one objective. How do I write a hit? At least in the Nashville world. So it's really cool to see like people honing this craft really be able to just be free and say wild off base shit.
For sure.